What up, ninjas? I want to talk tonight about sustainability. Sustainability, that's an important one, especially for me at 53. I'm not age-wise getting younger, even though I do often feel much younger than my 53 years. But I recognize as I get older that I need to create a sustainable path. That became really evident to me at about 45. I started seeing the injuries building up and my training was getting more difficult. I couldn't keep up the type of training that I was doing. But I still want to be able to train, still want to be able to roll. So sustainability for me is, how do I satisfy my current needs without compromising my future needs? Let me say that again. How do I satisfy my current needs? Feels good to roll. I want to train hard without compromising my future needs. I want to be able to train in 5 years. I want to be surgery free. I don't want to be banged up, and I want to be able to continue doing this at a high level in 5 years and 10 years from now, and even further into the future. So that's kind of the key with all of this, is how do we do that? How do we have a sustainable path and still have fun and still train hard and do all of that? And that's kind of what I've been really trying to figure out the last 10 years. And I feel like I've really tapped into it now. Tapped into it, no pun intended, or maybe pun intended, I don't know. But it's a bunch of things. It's how we heal in between trainings, how we address our training on the mats, how often we train. It's the form, the physical form that we're building so that we can have a sustainable path. Are we strong enough? Are we flexible enough? Do we have a flexibility program in place? Are we developing our flexibility, or are we becoming more inflexible as we age? So these are all things we need to be thinking about in terms of sustainability, also including diet, just pretty much all of it, right? If we're just going to class and training and we're only doing pieces of the recovery, pieces of all of those other things, pieces of the flexibility, or some of that and none of the other things, then it's really going to slow down our progress, and it's going to really make it very difficult for you to train in the future. And you want to be able to train pain-free. You don't want to feel like you got to be popping Advil all the time in order to be able to continue this. And one of the funny things about jiu-jitsu is it's super, and everybody says this, it's super addictive, right? It's so addictive that we will tolerate crazy stuff like multiple surgeries, having our knee replaced, or, having crazy neck surgeries and all of that stuff. Because we love it so much, we'll tolerate some pretty crazy stuff. And if you think back, you never started this to ruin your body. You never started this to have surgeries. You never started this for any of that. You started this to improve your life, to do something that's fun, to learn a new skill. So it's important to go back and really rethink all of that stuff, and figure out how you can create a sustainable path for you in the future. That's really, to me, the key. And one of the things that I've created recently is my coaching program. And through my coaching program, I'm able to work one-on-one with just about anybody anywhere in the world. And I've had people I'm working with, in Australia and other countries and things like that, where we'll meet once or twice a month, or even more than that if they want to. And we'll do like a 45-minute video call where we plot and scheme. We come up with we're talk about all of your training. What are the challenges that you're facing? What are the goals that you're trying to achieve? How are we working towards that? And then on the off time, I send my coaching clients videos specifically made for them. For example, putting together a stretching routine or a flexibility routine that's specific to your goals, or addressing parts of your training where you're having trouble. Maybe you need work on your triangles, or there's a specific technique or something you want help with. I will create videos for them, and specifically for them, for their game, and send those to them. So it's a pretty cool thing. If it's something anyone's interested in, message me and we can talk about how that might fit into your rhythm of your training. But again, it's always about creating that sustainable path for yourself. And the question you ask yourself is, how can I satisfy my current needs without compromising my future needs? How can I satisfy my current needs without compromising my future needs? And that's truly what sustainability is. Os.